What's going on, you radical erectionists? I'm Toxic Male, and laughing over there by himself, getting ready to open up some Christmas presents from you.
Yeah, what's up, you man-meat manglers? Terrence Pop here, Redonkulas.com.
Oh, welcome to the party. It's going to be a good night. We got a special guest coming on with you guys later on. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Those of you who watch the stream regularly will recognize his name when we bring him in. He's got some holy shit stories for you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable when I got this, the condensed version.
Yeah, you read the cliff notes and you're like, oh, wait, what?
I know, it's like, what?
Holy hot damn.
Yeah, I mean, after something like that, you're like, I'm never trusting women again.
Yeah. Oh, you're telling me that they wouldn't reprint this story in Cosmo? Come now.
Nah.
Wah, wah, wah. So it's January 6th, and you know what that means. CNN, also known as the Child Nudity Network, MSNPC, and all of the leftoids have been trying to convince you that the new 9/11 happened last year, when really it was just a couple of hundred people walking around taking selfies.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I saw the people or the security.
Yeah.
Literally undo velvet ropes, move their obstacles aside, and people just sauntered in there.
They let him in?
Yeah.
They look like tourists.
I know.
Anyone who's actually looked at the video footage, expecting carnage and mayhem, well, you were probably expecting bodies stacked like cornwood during the pandemic, too. And we were all let down. Son of a bitch.
Unbelievable. I mean, I'm getting ripped off out of my pandemic experience. Just going to say that.
Yeah, man, I was expecting like horse-drawn carts with bodies all stacked up in the back,
Bring out your dead. Bring out it's like a new ice cream truck.
A symphony of flies and maggots.
Yeah. It's like a remember when we were kids in the ice cream truck and everybody'd run for it?
Oh,
you have the body truck. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. People like throwing them on there.
Never happened.
No, it never happened. Never happened.
I mean, they even had to conflate, death by suck-starting shotguns with it. Just, well, he had it when he did. Well, we'll just count it.
He tested positive. Never mind that, was it 70% of that shit is positive.
Yeah.
I mean, they're testing toilet water. It comes back positive.
He decided to bed down with a horse and died? Oh, but he had the goof.
There you go.
Don't touch me there.
Oh, my God.
I know no swear. Stop.
Oh, my God.
Billy Von Baum with that damn deepfake program, man. He's going to put us out of business.
That's some good shit there.
You can't really tell it's heard too much, though. It's a little bit low-quality source video, but it's still disturbing enough.
It is. It's enough.
It's nightmare fuel on a budget.
On a budget.
Thank you all very much for tuning in tonight, all 435 of you over on YouTube so far. We got some super chats that we're going to be reading later on.
All right.
25 people over on MGTOW.tv, 53 currently on Odyssey, 31 on DLive, Emperor of Chaos, Jackals over there, Dinosaur 13. How you doing, lad? And 25 on Twitch. Had some issues with the algorithm over on RoxyTube tonight, so it's not going to be streaming there, but you can catch it after the stream because I'll make sure it's uploaded.
Outstanding.
If you are a RoxyTube watcher, that is. All three of you.
Yeah, there's not that many people watch us on that platform.
But it's a damn good, very functional platform, normally.
Yeah, well, it is growing,
Yes.
so we'll see.
Yeah, that Roxy. She's a sexy bitch.
She's a whore.
But we were talked about this because of your lair the other day. The cuck generals were like, well, 5 people died that day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
There's
these
context that they're completely ignoring when they say this.
Well, I mean, one, I wasn't surprised because I've actually listened to generals talk.
Yeah.
And they don't, if it's one below beneath them or below that, they don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally watched these generals say shit. I'm like, oh my God, that he's talking about stuff that happened 10 days ago. Like, what the fuck?
Well, if they were actually good at their job, they wouldn't need to pull a Kamala Harris to get all the fruit salad on their chest.
Yeah, but these generals came out and said 5 people were killed. That's fucking bull. It
That
just
is
didn't happen.
not what happened. And it's hilarious because you can tell who gets their news from the media and who actually goes and takes a look. So check it out here. This is from April of last year. D.C. medical examiner confirms causes of death of 4 who died at the January 6th Capitol riot.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Babbitt is the only one who was murdered.
Yep.
Roseanne Boyland, 34, died of acute amphetamine intoxication, which I think you could call an overdose.
Yeah.
Or you could
That's
chalk it up to an
too much
accident.
crystal meth.
And the other 2 died of heart attacks because I guess they were just too stressed out.
Well, Kevin Greason?
Greason, yeah.
I mean, was he one of the people walking in there, or did he work there?
I don't even know.
And where's the one that died of the stroke?
Yeah, Sicknick, Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick's cause and manner of death of his remains pending. As we all know, he died of a heart attack as well, completely unrelated to allegedly being, well, first it was he got bashed in the head with a fire extinguisher and they murdered him, where? And then that turned out to be, well, they smashed him in a door. That didn't happen either. He died of completely unrelated causes later.
And later on, he wasn't even at the Capitol.
Yeah.
See, 2 people have heart attacks. They were 55 and 50. Ah, man, what the?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. There was only one person actually killed that day, and she was an unarmed woman with a MAGA hat on. And, I mean, you could have knocked me over with a stick when an unarmed female was shot by a cop and there were no riots over it.
Well, the shooter's black.
Yeah.
And
Well, not that that matters because,
well, evidently it does, because they're not freaking out over it.
well, there's always that, yeah.
Because, Ashley Babbitt, wasn't she a white woman?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got a black killing a white.
Yeah, it's all that that white privilege that I hear so much about.
Yeah, black kills a white. There is no public fight.
Nope. Black kills a white, there ain't no fight.
Yeah, white kills a black.
It's time
you better
to
watch
attack.
your back. That's just the way it goes.
And it really cracks me up. They're trying to compare this to 9/11.
It is absolutely. There's no comparison.
No.
Because I can go on this whole 9/11 stuff for about an hour about the
I just heard-
microthermite
Yeah.
Tower 7 that fell at free fall speed and it wasn't even hit by anything.
Or if you listen to Ilhan Omar, it was some people did things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And up until that point, no building that had no high-rise steel reinforced building has ever collapsed via fire before. Up until that day.
Yeah. And let's just do a quick compare and contrast here, because I have some factoids here from the BLM riots that are basically still ongoing.
Yep.
Since June of last year, June 2020, whatever the hell it was, compared to January 6th. The BLM riots lasted 7 months. That's if you just talk about the main hub of riots. January 6th was a couple hours. 20 plus murders by participants. It's actually closer to about 3 dozen, or about 3 dozen that we know, that I can confirm. No murders by participants, 1 by cop.
Okay.
On January 6th. Hundreds of small businesses destroyed by BLM riots. No businesses destroyed on January 6th. 150 plus federal buildings were damaged by BLM rioters. 1 federal building was damaged, and I think they broke a window and a door.
It was like $1,200 worth of damage.
Yeah.
Wasn't that big of a deal.
$2 billion in damage, and that's just insurance claims that we know of from the BLM riots.
And that number is 4 or 5 months old.
Yeah. And then an estimated less than $1.5 million in damage at the Capitol building. And I'm guessing that's overinflated because, they have to put what they bought the toilet seat for that was $30,000, because they don't want anybody to know that they're skimming off the top.
How many millions did they say?
1.5 million. For a door and a window?
A door, window?
No.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Sorry. Let's see. BLM riots. 2,037 officers assaulted.
Yep.
140 officers on January 6th, allegedly.
Alleged.
I didn't actually see anybody get assaulted.
I'm going to be honest. I was there.
Yeah.
I did not go to the actual Capitol, but I talked to a lot of people from the other half of the group that I was with that went there. And they said it was, when they reported it back to me, they're like, everything that took place there was extremely uneventful.
Yeah.
Other than, I don't even think they knew at that
hurt.
time that a woman had been killed inside.
I saw the videos of it within, I think, an hour that it happened.
Yeah.
It was messed up. I knew something was going to go down.
Yeah, I was eating a giant meatball submarine sandwich, watching it on TV, because I did not want to have to wait in line to get on the subway to come back.
Nah, and you would probably still be in solitary without charge if you had been there.
Well, probably.
You know how it goes. BLM riots. All protesters, or virtually all of them, were bailed out, and in most cases, charges were not filed against them by corrupt Soros-appointed
And
prosecutors.
who bailed them out?
Politicians.
Politicians? Didn't our current VP?
Yes, and Ilhan Omar
Yeah.
actually put money into their bail fund.
Yep.
Nice. Protesters kept in solitary confinement, most without charges. Some of them are still being held in solitary confinement. One of them is on the verge of death because he's not receiving medical treatment.
And he's got cancer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for them later on.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because, justice doesn't really exist in this country anymore.
I'm going to be honest. Justice, the truest form of justice, has never existed.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you can even come close to it is to dish it out yourself.
Yeah. Do what you do. BLM riots encouraged by the media and politicians directly. We know this for a fact. January 6th, encouraged by fringe political groups and agitators, some of whom were Antifa members, and a ton of glowies.
I actually confronted Antifa when I was there on the 6th.
No, not shocked. Not
Nope.
shocked at all.
I was outer cordon security at an event, and my job was to walk around and make sure the crowd wasn't getting stupid, and if there's any fights, break it up. And I literally got a call from the second cordon that they had spotted some Antifa, and what they do is they come to these events and they pick people out, and then they kind of follow them, and then when they leave the safety of the big event where all the people are, they attack them.
Yep. Because
So
they're cowards.
Yeah, that's
cowardly
typical.
maneuver.
And on two different times within an hour and a half, I literally walked up on people,
Yep.
and I said, "Listen, we all know you're Antifa and you're scouting targets. You need to get the fuck out of here."
Yep.
And they're like, "Well, what are you talking about? I'm not Antifa." Literally, I'm like, I key this mic and I say the code word. There'll be 13 dudes here in about 10 seconds, and we're going to stomp your fucking face in. So get the fuck out of here. And then literally they left. Because we all, everyone that was working at that security event, all former military, over half of them were, bullet slingers. And you give the code word and it's on like Donkey Kong.
Game on. Oh, and of course, the last little bit of trivia is that the media has greatly exaggerated January 6th to the point where they are still calling it an insurrection. And, of course, the BLM riots, fiery but peaceful protests.
I remember watching that footage. There's shit blowing up in the background.
There's a car on fire, buildings on fire behind this guy. Oh, it's mostly peaceful here.
On my second shot.
It takes an incredible amount of stupid to actually think that people are going to fall for that shit.
You're out of your goddamn mind, man. I don't know what you're thinking.
I can't even fathom the level of cognitive disconnect.
Well, I can. Because the liberals, there's studies out there, liberals are mentally weak. They always go the path of least resistance.
And they're more penchant towards psychopathy as well.
Yep, and they live in that victim mindset that where they are in their life is not their fault at all.
Oh,
it's
no.
everyone else's.
Oh, yeah. It's because of your privilege that I am where I am.
How about you pay your dues, and that's the way it goes.
Yep. And, of course, here we go. CNN showing us all what they're really made of, which is shit. After 50 rioters sentenced for January 6th insurrection, I love how it's not in quotes because it was not an insurrection, a debate rages over what justice looks like. Now, when you actually read this, and you know the level of pressure that these prosecutors and judges have been under to try to make something of this shit show, it is quite hilarious when you read it. Fewer than half were sent to jail for their crimes. Oh my gosh. Most received an assortment of lesser penalties, including brief terms of house arrest, a couple of years probation, 4-figure fines, or court-ordered community service. The milestone of 50 sentencings hit Friday, a busy day in court, 6 hearings on the schedule. 4 defendants got probation, including a pair of veterans from Wisconsin, while one man who stole a beer from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office got 20 days in jail for a beer.
A beer. A beer.
Well, knowing her, it was probably an extraordinarily expensive beer.
Well, I'm going to be honest here. If you go into the White House or you crash the building and you walk around where everyone does the voting and arguing, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you worm your way back and start going into people's offices, because that's not a public area. So I could see them getting pissed off about that.
Well, they can. But at the same time, too, that is a tax-subsidized building paid for by the citizens of this country. It's technically ours. Offices and the whole deal. Well, so if you don't like it, don't run for office.
Well, hang on now. Yes, the government building is a public building owned by the taxpayers, but you still have to assume that the people that work there are entitled to an office where they have privacy.
Well, that's all well and good, but at the same token, these are the same people who insist we don't need privacy. Well, if you're not doing anything, then you don't got nothing to worry about, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about no Patriot Act. Okay, fine, then you won't mind if I leak these government documents here. Motherfucker! Come on. I mean, the double standards, if they didn't have those, they wouldn't have any standards at all.
Gotcha. Also, I want to put a shout out to the guy who sent us the Black Book. In PDF format. That was very interesting.
And to, I can say his first name, I think, Gianni, number 407. If you guys haven't noticed, the number on the board has changed.
One up, one more.
Yes. That's too few, man. We still got to do our pizza party.
I know.
Got to do our pizza party, and our next goal is 500.
500.
Sky's the limit.
500.
500. And as promised, we do have your care packages and Christmas gifts here for the man. So I'm going to deliver the first package here.
Oh, hang on. Let me sidebar here.
You sidebar.
All right. So normally I go to the mailbox every 6 to 8 weeks. And the amount of boxes I usually have, maybe an armful and 6 or 7 envelopes and stuff. I went there to pick up these packages the other day. I literally had to call Blake and say, hey, got to help me unload all this shit.
It took us 3 trips to get it all in the house.
3 fucking trips.
And this here, actually both of these are from Cordry. Oh!
What are you doing?
I'm putting them up here on the bar so you can open them up.
Man, you're going to spill my booze, man. It's a sin.
Hey, I would not put it.
Hey, I'm telling you right now.
We got another one here, too. We got another bucket.
Spilling booze is a sin, man.
A Mr. Bucket.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a bunch of pogey bait, candy.
Gut rot.
Gut rot, as we call it in the military. What is this? Ooh. Next generation. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got
got some more beef jerky
caramel,
over here.
beef jerky, Snickers.
Oh,
duct tape.
Survival stuff in here, too. We got some duct tape.
Got some fillet knives.
Oh, nice. Some electrical tape in here, Sharpies. Some toe straps here, it looks like. So you eat all the gut rot, and then you try to hitch a ride home after drinking too much whiskey. They can at least use the toe straps to tie your fat ass to the hood of somebody's car.
Got WD-40 in here.
4-way key, not to be confused with your ex-wife.
Allegedly, stop it. You're going to get me fucking sued, man. You're going to get me fucking sued.
I'm going to get you sued. Get some shit tickets in here. These look like they were stolen from a truck stop bathroom, though.
Oh, well, you know. Hey, hang on. I know, but the thing is we got all this tape in here.
Dude, we have like our clean room stuff in here. We got drop cloths.
Dude, it looks like you mail the stuff to like, do nefarious shit. It's like a kidnapping kit or something.
Yeah, well, we can make our own like Dexter-style clean room.
You could write the ransom note with this. You could, if there's any blood, you got this big thing of shit tickets here. Of course, from all the work, your hands are going to get dry, so you got your working hands and feet moisture.
Yeah, it's important to be able to wash all the blood off.
Yeah, you got something to start the fire to get rid of the body. Fucking love this, man. He thinks of everything.
This is great. Oh, we got a flag, too, so at least while we're murdering people, and then, sticking random tools inside of their body to just fuck with the medical examiner, we can show we're patriots in the process.
We can cover them with a flag.
Da, da, da.
All right, let's move this out.
All right.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Woo!
We repackaged it all wrong. Now I can't get the fucking lid on it.
It doesn't fit.
Mr. Cordry, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. That is cool shit right there.
Hell yeah. All right. Good stuff. Moving on to our next topic here.
Oh, God.
This got sent to me this morning.
My God!
I couldn't believe this.
All right.
Wow. Just wow. Are you ready on the
No,
right?
hang on. Start drinking.
All
right
right.
now, just start drinking. Pre-drink before we pull this up because you're going to need it.
I saw somebody in the comments had Yangling. I'm jealous.
Hang on. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Trans man, or manual transmission, I should say, and satanic minister gives birth after one-night stand with fellow gay dating app user. Giving birth felt like one of the most masculine things I've done. Okay, so let's just...
Oh, my God!
Let's just boil this down here. Trans man gives birth after a one-night stand with fellow gay dating app. So the gay dude
Is the father.
had sex with a biological woman
In the woman place to make
in
a
the
kid.
woman place.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's hetero. That's not gay.
It's so masculine. It's so masculine, I'm going to have to throw a straw.
Let's be honest here. Okay, let's just be honest. Women, one of their primary tasks on this planet is to have children. All right?
Yeah.
That's just where it rolls. If you
Shocker.
have a kid, you're a woman. You're not, if you want to say, hey, I'm a trans man, it's a mental illness. It's delusional. All right, the look on your face, what is it? Oh, no.
Okay, now, just so we're clear after that last comment, we are not saying that these people are not human or that
No.
they deserve your condemnation. They deserve understanding and help. That does not mean telling the schizophrenic that the people in the microwave are real. Okay, you do not help someone by doing that.
No. If you say, you're seeing two people, stick your head in the microwave, turn it on, and it'll stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see 3 of them out there. Hit the one in the middle. This is what made my face drop. According to the Daily Mail, 28-year-old Ash Patrick Shoddy, or Shade, whatever, a self-described minister of Satan,
Okay.
mental health worker.
Oh, that's not a good combination.
I mean,
Is he a therapist or is he one of the guys that
isn't that like going to an anorexic nutritionist
Yeah. A bulimic.
or a fat physical trainer?
Yeah. I've seen that before, actually.
And a PhD student became pregnant during his transition from a female to a male. Obviously, that transition wasn't far long enough.
Yeah, because once you start taking all those hormones, if she was pregnant, she would lose the kid.
I'm so gay, I'm going to fuck that dude right in the pussy. Oh, God, I need a drink more.
This is, first of all, this kind of trash that's now being peddled to us, is there any doubt that these mainstream media outlets are folding up under the lack of viewership?
I got nothing, man.
I'm serious.
This is terrible.
How can they think, oh, yeah, we'll just keep doing this dribble and, we'll get more people and make a lot of money? That's not how it works.
No.
That's not how it works.
I was going through a rough time and struggled with my mental health due to going through a divorce. Gee, I wonder what the divorce was over.
Oh, my God.
Shade, who began his transition in 2018, said, I ended up going on Grindr hookups and accidentally fell pregnant.
What, a grinder? What is
Well, I guess those holes really are only a couple millimeters apart.
what is grinder?
A threesome Tinder? I don't know.
I don't even know. Is that like a gay Tinder or something?
They're all the same, man.
This all kind of blur together.
I mean, you go on there to have your, if you're a chick, you go on there to have your ego overinflated like a helium balloon, like the one that the Joker flew in the first Batman movie. Or if you're a dude, you go on there to just lose all faith in humanity.
Listen, man, when I was about 19, came home on leave, and I was hanging out at my buddy's house watching some shit on TV. And his mother was like, oh, this is insane. I'm glad I'm on the back nine sliding into my hole. I'm like, wow, what a goddamn terrible way to think. That's exactly how I think right now. I can't wait till this is over. This is insane.
Wake me up when it's all over. They even have a song called that now. Oh, this is too hilarious. It never occurred to me that I could get pregnant while on testosterone and estrogen blockers, as it's such a rare occurrence. You're just like those chicks who be like, oh, you can't knock me up. I'm on the pill.
Yeah, I had a bad traffic accident and had to take out my uterus.
Yeah, I haven't taken it for the last 3 days, but I'm just going to take that and put it right here in my pocket.
No, back in the day, I had a woman tell me that.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'm like,
That they took her shit out?
That she had her uterus removed because she had from a bad accident.
Yeah.
And the seat belt fucked her up. And I'm like, all right, show me the scar. She's like, and just walked off. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that sounds almost like an offshoot of Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. I am so happy to see you. I just got back from the hospital. I mean, you came straight here? Yeah. Where's your hospital bracelet? You don't fucking believe me? Just go over there.
Get away from me.
Get away from me.
This is not productive.
You are not safe to be around. We're going to get to this next one in a minute, but holy wow. I mean, like, I can't wrap my head around this one.
I know. This is the level of insanity we have going on out in the real world now. I mean, trans people, my heart goes out to them. They do need
absolutely.
help. They're mentally sick. All right. But you're not going to do anything about a mental illness by forcing everyone around you to pretend that your delusion is true.
If you could even, like, I don't even know what to call it, but I do know that the course of action that we are taking is not the right one.
No.
Because this is becoming more common, not less, and the more common it becomes, the more the suicide rates go up, and that's not good for anybody, especially in a country that's below replacement rates already.
I mean, the suicide rate for the trans community pre and post-op,
it's like 40%.
It's very, very close. They go through the surgery, they do all the horse shit, and still, I mean, the chances of them killing themselves are almost the same.
Yep. When I went into labor, the team of medical staff had already been briefed on my situation and were amazing until they were swapped out with different staff members later on. It may sound counterintuitive, but giving birth felt like one of the most masculine things I have done. I can't even spit that out without laughing.
Oh, my God.
I can't do it, man. You know, wow.
Wow.
I just, yeah. And then, of course, after the delivery was when it was time to remove the boobs. Because, you know.
Yeah.
The breast is best.
Breast is best.
Shit tickets.
Oh, here we go. Another box.
Oh, another box. This one here. I'm going to double check.
Is that one of two?
The label here. No, this is just one.
All right.
Looks like it came straight from a shipping department, but there was no note or anything in this one. If there was, it got lost somehow, but holy hot damn.
All right, hang on. All right, so this is Trailblazer Bourbon. It should be, bourbon should be explained as fuck you, we're fighting right now, because that's the kind of effect it has on people.
Yes, and this is the Kraken Attacks Maryland 94 proof rum.
Oh.
I may have to crack some of that open tonight.
Oh, my God.
So to the gentleman and a scholar who sent this over.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can't really tell where. It's got the same 407 label on it that was on those other boxes. This could be Cordry.
407 is the name of the box.
Ah, okay.
So that's why there's always that number on it.
That's the box.
It's the box it came in.
Oh, man, might as well open this one up, too. This one is from Adam Garside, and wow.
All right. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on.
Oh, we got two.
We got two of these.
Two of the same brand, Driftless Glen. One is, I think that one's rye, and that one's bourbon.
This is straight rye whiskey, and that basically means we're going to fight in the parking lot. And then you have bourbon whiskey, which means fuck you, we're fighting right now.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then, bringing this over here to my desk, because this one's clearly for me. Somebody knows that I'm allergic to sulfites. Has sent me a bottle of wine here, and I've never seen this before. Drop it. Apparently, you put this in your wine, and it neutralizes the sulfites and the tannin, and you don't get a headache.
You put it in your wine for a good time.
And a scholar, Adam.
Thank you.
Gentleman and a scholar. And my favorite part, though, is this last bit. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, shit.
Etched glass with a genuine copper bullet in it. Good, bad, and evil pop on the side.
And guess the bullet inside of this, you know what it is? This is a 50 caliber bullet.
Oh, makes it even better. And I got my own here. Says toxic male. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Garside. You are the man, bro.
Good pop and evil pop right there.
Yeah, we'll have to put the Fat Punisher shirt on so you can really enjoy that one.
That was a mistake.
Oh, this will look great.
That'll never happen again.
When you watch that episode, you're like, that shirt was a bad idea.
It was. You know what? I am never, ever going to have that, 22-year-old body again, so I need to stop fantasizing about it.
Or
I'm old, I have a dad bod, and I just have to accept it.
Or, I mean, you could at least buy the shirts 2 sizes bigger.
Yes.
That would work.
Yeah, right. I fucked up, man.
It's all good in the hood, man.
It's funny. It's funny now to make fun of me. It's cool.
Oh, man. This stream could really be called This Week in Stupid, but then we would be stealing something from Sargon. I love this here. Black climbers will climb Mount Everest to break down intentional lack of access for black people. Wait.
Are they referring to the United States?
Do they think that Mount Everest is in the U.S.?
It's most certainly is not.
It's part of the Himalayas, if I remember my geography correctly.
And that last 1,000 feet to get to the summit, I heard it's like walking down a graveyard.
I mean,
there's all kinds of dead bodies up there.
I mean, here's the team right here. I mean, and Godspeed to them. If they make it, cool. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they are choosing, I mean, they quite literally could be choosing this hill to die on, or
quite
this
literally.
Mountain. Quite literally, exactly.
Yeah, because people die on that.
But it's not a lack of access. It's a lack of will because most people don't want to fucking do it. It's dangerous as shit. And there are people who have climbed up there whose bodies will probably never be recovered.
There's an ass load of dead bodies frozen up there.
Yes, there is.
Same thing with oxygen bottles. It is insane.
I love this. They want to expose what they claim is the racism and colonial history embedded in mountaineering. Wow. This level of stupidity requires a drink.
Well, all I could say is I hope they're successful.
I hear black people don't do that all the time when I talk about my climbing. One member of the team, 28-year-old Rosemary Saul, told the Washington Post. That only perpetuates the stereotypes. It's important to change the narrative. 1, 2, 3. Bullshit! No one has ever said that to you. That's what you hear because that's what you want to hear. Because you're a racist.
Yeah, but you can't call them racist because they don't have institutional power.
Except for, the fact that the media promoted their riots as, fiery but peaceful protests. They're included in affirmative action. They get points added to their SAT scores while whites and Asians have them subtracted. Should I go on?
And, they get bailed out.
Yeah, there's that as well. Yeah.
And it's a bunch of bullshit.
Bullshit. Intentional barriers to mountain climbing for black individuals. Now,
there is no intentional barrier.
No, there's not. And especially not in a country that's not the fucking U.S.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the money and you have the will to do it, they're not stopping you.
No. Obviously, because they're going and doing it. And there's not one person that has said, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that because of the color of your skin.
Yeah, there is no sign like, anyone can climb up this to their death except blacks. Just get the fuck out of here.
I want to make sure that I get the country right. I want to say that Mount Everest is in Nepal.
Which is part of China.
China. The China-Nepal border, yeah. So, so basically, Nepal especially because it's right by India. Wouldn't that technically be a country of brown people? And they're totally cock-blocking other brown people, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Totally, yeah. It happens all the time.
They're just not as brown.
Not as brown.
I got you.
Yeah. Took them out of the oven before they burn them on the other side, I guess.
The only people who could walk to the top of that mountain are the ones that are melanin challenged.
And, I hope you make it, because,
Yeah, I hope you raise a bunch of money and whatever, and nobody dies. I hope you're nothing but successful. But you could have framed this differently. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you could have framed it differently.
If you're going to go and climb Everest, go and climb Everest. That by itself, if you come back, or, if you come back and if you make it, is enough to get you a little bit of social clout. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to frame it in this way, no one's going to give a fuck whether you make it back or not.
Yeah, I am in no hurry to walk up to the top of Mount Everest.
No.
Now, if I was in the military and they're like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to walk up to the top of that mountain or we're going to bust you down. I'm like, all right, where's my snowshoes and pack? Let's get this done.
Yeah. But like I said, best of luck and Godspeed to all these people.
Gotcha.
But just my personal opinion, you're assholes. Next box.
Here we go. Next box.
Oh.
Not to be confused with Xbox.
That's very true.
Oh, we got two more.
Oh, look at this here.
All right, now this.
Oh, this we're busting open tonight.
Mr. Black Coffee.
I personally think that that's a very insensitive bottle of booze to buy Mr. Pop. You're buying him booze named after his ex-wife's
Allegedly.
predilection.
Gonna get me sued, man. Hey! Motherfucker.
Yes, that one was black.
Oh, my God.
Hi, Pop. You like high-class, high-quality coffee booze? Try the best from Australia.
All right.
Drink neat on ice or as a cocktail, e.g. black/white Russian or espresso martini. Please try on the stream. I think we may have to. We got 2 bottles there. Mm-hmm. We can crack one open. Take a sip. Cheers, fan I am. P.S. I'll eventually get Blake a drink from Australia called Wet Pussy. I'm familiar with this beverage. Cranberry, peach schnapps, and lime. That actually sounds kind of disgusting.
A lot of drinks sound disgusting until you taste them.
That is true. That is true. One of my favorite desserts that my dad used to make for me growing up, I tell people all the time, and they're like, really? Because it's a float, an ice cream float with chocolate ice cream and squirt pop. They're like, chocolate ice cream and grapefruit soda? I'm like, don't fucking knock it until you try it. And a lot of my friends in high school were like, okay, fine. You talk about it all the time. And is there more? Like, you're damn right there's more. So thank you very much to Fan I Am, not to be confused with Sam I Am. Much appreciated. We can open up another box here. What
do we got?
Built for the Wild. Who's this from here? Matthew Sturgis. Got some looks like some power totems in here, Pop.
Some trinkets. All right, first of all, we've got a crucifix. I'm going to probably keep this with me when we ghost hunt. I'm going to have this anointed by the priest.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if this is another cross. Looks like a skeleton with a skull on it.
Nice.
Pretty cool. I got a bottle opener here.
And it's got an ass and tits.
With nipples. I like it.
Looks like Medusa.
It looks kind of like a mermaid.
Yeah. You know what? I can see that.
It's a mermaid.
Yeah, mermaid Medusa.
That's cool. It's got a...
Do you want me to read that? Or you want
you can read that.
List Dexia and all that. From Matt Sturgis. Oh, did he make these shit things?
I don't know.
No shit. Clay and wax to bronze. So he may have actually created these.
Cool.
Season's greetings here card. Pop, Merry Christmas. Thanks for everything you do. Signed, Matt. Thank you, Mr. Sturgis.
Thank you very much, bro.
Yeah, because if he clay and wax to bronze, I think he actually made those. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
There's glitter on this car. I have stripper herpes all over me.
Uh-oh.
Damn it! Got to go upstairs. The wife's going to be like, why do you got glitter all over you? I'm like, Pop was wearing it. What do you want from me?
Yeah!
He stopped at the Shake It Club on his way over.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
All right, last topic here before we get to the main event of the night. And this is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
All right, now, first of all, I want to say this is not surprising.
No.
Because women do this all the time, especially when they get to just before the wall and they have that epiphany. And they stop being the liberal. They say they stop being the feminist liberal Kwantaha.
But it's really like purple pill
Yes,
camouflage.
it's camouflage. They get the men to hook in. They reproduce. They get sick of them. I'm not happy. Half your shit. I take the kids. You're a slave for the rest of your life.
Yep. Poked women are now lying about the poke status as more men see them as an infertility risk. So what you're saying is they're lying about getting poked because they want to get poked.
Yep. Listen, the marriage rates are in the toilet for a reason. And now this getting vaccinated is just another reason to add on to it.
I mean, you find out where their priorities truly lie when there are consequences.
Correct.
Everyone was told that those who did not get the jab would regret it. But now it seems that the opposite is true. In a startling reversal, women who have had the poke are being shunned in the dating scene by potential partners due to issues with possible birth defects and infertility. Oh, gosh. Women in New York have started lying about their vaccination status because of widespread perception among men that they're infertile will bear children with birth defects. I mean, they could be down with the syndrome. You never know. One man who wants to remain anonymous said in clubs they claim they're not poked. They say things like, oh, COVID is bullshit. Oh, I don't want to try this new experimental stuff. However, after going out with them several times, they finally admit it and watch as most potential husbands leave them almost on the spot. Now, that's before or after touching your G-spot. You tell me, you bastards.
And I don't blame them.
The person went on to say that at least 2 separate women asked him why he would break off relations with them over something like this. And he said, I don't want defective children, and I won't get closer to a girl who lied to my face from the start.
Amen.
Dude law.
Amen.
One and done.
Dignity, honor, and self-respect.
Woo! Yep. I mean, the headlines and the news after all this, I mean, speaks for themselves. I feel for these ladies. I mean, I don't really... You can't judge everybody the same for going out and doing this. Because a lot of them were threatened to do it, and a lot of them just believed the fear porn. I mean, this is literally, what's that mass formation psychosis stuff? It's
Yep.
This is a global brainwashing operation, and even some people that you know and trust are going to fall for it.
Yes, I have.
It is what it is.
Well, I don't talk to them anymore, but like the liberal lefty shitbags I used to hang out with.
Yep.
One by one, you know, they just get all stupid, and I'd present them facts. And like I was arguing with this one guy about a statistic that I got out of the Uniform Crime Report.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the last time I talked to this individual. I put the thing up there, and I'm like, yeah, well your statement is completely incorrect. Here's the stats from the Uniform Crime Report. And he goes, well, I can't believe this because I think they skewed the numbers. So he's like, okay, 50,000 law enforcement organizations within the United States and its protectorates.
Yeah, and they all skewed
All
their
of them are
numbers,
going
yeah.
to lie to give this, this stat that's kind of, it goes against what you're thinking. You can't argue with somebody with that if they're not willing to look at the empirical data. I don't need that person in my life. So I responded to him. Obviously, we don't agree, and I will see you on the battlefield.
Oh, okay. I just got a message regarding Adam Garside as Dynacide.
All right.
Zort. All right.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I love this here. Full Fact published a fact check, which we all know now those are opinions, categorically denying that this causes any problems with pregnancy before any long-term studies have even been done on the question. That's right. You can't have informed consent without scientific data.
Well, I'm going to be honest. We've been poking people now for a year.
Yep.
Okay. By the middle of next year, and this is a prediction, if in fact this is monkeying with people's fertility and whatnot, we will know it by then. It'll start to pop up.
Or within 5 years, we'll have an extremely clear picture.
After 5 years. Half a decade, you're going to have...
I love these so-called fact checks. There's no scientific reason that it might be expected to affect pregnancy. Studies observing pregnant women who have been poked have found people are not more likely to suffer a miscarriage if they have a COVID-19. Yeah, tell that to all the people who were more than 20 weeks deep who had miscarriages within 48 hours.
After they got the poke and smoke.
Okay, this level of cognitive disconnect, I mean, you're not going to be able to tell people that, well, you're just an anomaly. Like, Marjorie Taylor Greene got banned off Twitter for spewing facts about these numbers being underestimated, the adverse effects by a factor of 20.
Yep. 20.
20. Yeah, exactly. I don't like twants.
Well, because one of the original stats was like 1 out of 100,000 people will have a somewhat negative reaction to the IO injection.
Yeah.
When in reality, that number is looking more like 1 in 5,000, and that is bad.
What in the butt, baby?
And you figure 20 people per 100,000 have a very bad outcome. What is this one?
It says it's from, I think it's 2, but I think this is from Ben Gerald. And I'm going to have to get me some of that. St. Patty's Day is just around the corner.
Yeah, baby.
And you know what? St. Patty's Day falls on a Thursday this year. So you know what that means.
Oh, no.
We're going to have a St. Patrick's Day stream live.
Okay.
And I saved this box for last for a reason. Anybody who's been to Missouri or lives in Missouri has probably driven by this place and gotten a chuckle out of it because the best fudge comes from Uranus. It looks like there's some saltwater taffy in there too, maybe.
Here it is. There it is, right
Uranus.
there. Yeah, woo.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like it's going to be fun to eat.
So the person who packed that box and sent it is quite literally a fudge packer.
Yeah.
That's good times.
You got him.
Have to see if he wants to hang out on the gay cruise. See if there's anybody here. It just says it's shipped directly from the fudge factory. Is there a letter or anything in here?
I don't see any.
Miss Tiffany looks like she needs to drop a few hundy. I mean, look at this.
Let me see.
Miss Tiffany needs to drop a few or run a few. Usually one leads to another. Oh, here you go, Pop. We should put this on the back of your car. I heart your anus.
No, that's not going to happen.
All right. Yeah, I don't see who this is from here. It didn't look like they actually put a little. There's no notes in here.
Well, if it came directly from the manufacturer, then
yeah. Well,
what are you going to do?
Whoever sent this, many thanks. I've actually always wanted to stop by this place to see if the fudge was worth the laughs, but I guess I don't have to stop there anymore.
All right.
I
like it.
Outstanding. Okay. We're going to take a quick sponsor break before we get to our main subject
Well, before
tonight.
we do that, let's get a roll call.
Roll call. You always want the roll call. 914 currently watching on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. 47 on MGTOW.tv, 92 on Odyssey, 41 on DLive, and 62 on Twitch. And time permitting, there will be a new tech portion of this stream later. So you people on YouTube who haven't yet signed up for at least one new tech channel, you need to go to redonkulas.com/channels. Just randomly run your finger up and down the page, pick one. And there you go. If you need a list, here's a little list here. There you go. See, I try to help you guys out
With some Listdexia.
All right, a quick shout out to our sponsor for this stream, Gerry Conway.
Personalized cardboard cutouts. Order by 2 p.m. for same-day dispatch. Go to cutoutme.com now.
Nobody has to convince you to do what you want to do. It comes down to how bad you want it. Challenge yourself. How bad do you want it? Why be blindsided by the unexpected? When you need clarity about the markets and economy, there's one source that will give you an intelligent edge. Imagine standing on the shoulders of the titans of business, some of the world's most successful and influential individuals. Well, now you can. GerryConway.com.
All right.
Dude's got a good voice. He actually sent me another video after we were talking a little bit earlier. He does a spot on Sean Connery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, mine sucks. You know, my impression of Sean Connery sounds like the guy on SNL's bad impression of Sean Connery. So, or Bane, as you like to call him, Bane Connery. But yeah, Gerry Conway, he's voiceover talent extraordinaire. So anybody out there who's knows people who are looking to have voiceovers done for local commercials or something like that, send them to GerryConway.com. He's also got a YouTube channel. You will find that link in the description.
Outstanding.
All right, K. Wijibo with a 1999 donation. I grew up with a guy who got Brandon to say, he grew up with the guy who got Brandon to say, let's go, Brandon.
Oh, my God.
Also know the family's company. They have been getting nonstop threats and cancel culture tactics. Luckily, they are standing firm and not apologizing, but doubling down.
Can you please contact that dude?
Hey, let him come on the show.
And we'll have him on the show.
We will bring him on the show.
That was fucking comedy gold, man. It was
They're just
fucking
pissed that
comedy
he
gold.
said it, and it proves that he's a demented fuck who has no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
He's completely out to lunch, and there's other people in charge that weren't elected, and that is scarier than a demented dude with his finger on the button.
Correct.
This is from Crazy Uncle here. We got a few emails and donations sent in. I still don't know why people say you lose 50% of everything in a divorce, since it's been normalized that men have to pay their lawyers for both the husband and the wife, court fees, plus whatever bullshit the judge / court / state / federal / civil insanity. Almost every case I have looked into has the man losing from 85 to 128%, putting him in the negative, probably eating burgers when a time-traveling hobgoblin shows up.
The reason we do the 50% is because that is the default setting.
Yeah, it's the
The minimum amount you're going to have to shell out of your ass is half of everything you are. Okay, that's the minimum.
Absolute minimum.
Okay, and then it just goes off the hook from there. But we don't have that data, so we really can't talk about that.
Yeah, but where you've looked this up, though, I'm always interested in the data. Shoot us over some links if you got them, man.
Yeah.
And we still see a shit ton of TikTok / Tweaker / Facebook / Bumble / whatever the fuck else asking, why don't men want to get married anymore? Weh?
Yeah.
When someone go through that before continuing. When someone asks you why you don't want to get married, just tell them to picture a box of 100 identical chocolates, 55 to 60% of which are actually filled with chunky diarrhea. Now, out of those turd-filled chocolates, 20% have a go directly to jail card in them, and another 20% are poisoned. Would you still grab a chocolate and chow down? You'd be amazed at the amount of women that either tell me, that's what a man is supposed to do, meaning man up, or they start talking about love and caring. Can you give them your I care face just for a second, Pop?
I'm done. Yeah.
Holy smoking Joe Frazier. All right, another one here from Crazy Uncle. Too many people fuck up the pills, so let me set it straight. Blue pill equals simp, NPC, or any variant. Purple pill, beginning to understand that much of what you were told is wrong, but you're still holding on to blue pill due to insert personal reason here. Red pill, understanding that most of what you've been taught society-wise has either been a load of bullshit or advice from people with their heads in the past. I call it the 30-year gap, which I made a video on, so I'm not going to go into detail here. This one deals with things directly dealing with your life. Black pill, you see the world with no filter, so beyond just you and yours. This leads many to seem like they have no empathy, seem very cynical, walk around like who gives a shit or drink a lot and make jokes, videos, and skits on the internet.
No.
Now, we wouldn't know anything about that.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
FYI, being black-pilled has nothing to do with depression. People just think that because black-pilled personnel tend not to socialize like the blue-pilled do. Also, black-pilled personnel tend to be rather smart. Razorfist Shapiro, Hamster, Taylor the Fiend, the list goes on.
Yep.
And the last one here. When it comes to the lemmings that took the shaft, there's a good reason why so many will still stand by it. They don't want to be wrong. Feminists do the same thing. Even with all the data, do you really think anyone, especially women, would admit fault?
Probably not.
Women love socialism because women love marriage. Since traditional marriage is a socialistic system, they can either marry a man and get the same man's money by marrying the state, or they can marry a man or get the same man's money by marrying the state. Yep. System
Absolutely correct.
suffers. Also, don't forget that any system that relies on a class system is a socialist system. I don't give a hell. I don't give a damn what you say or what name you give it. Communism, fascism, totalitarianism, it's all the same. Even the monarchy system, no, I didn't misspell that, with kings and queens, is a socialistic system and doomed to fail. But as long as we still have the Constitution, we are better off. Now, if only the Supreme Court would enforce it.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, I finally figured out why the Dems/socialists are pushing masks so hard. When Pelosi gives that fake smile, we can't see it. So we won't have the urge to jab her in the face. That's the only jab this country needs. I would say put a mask on Ocasio, but she would just gnaw through it. Are you kidding me?
You're not wrong.
That woman could bite a wall.
You're not wrong.
Fuck. Too much serious shit on my mind tonight. Time to open whiskey. 100 proof.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the one you guys helped me perfect for when telling people to screw off. Cry me a river, build the bridge, get the fuck over yourself, and drive on as far away from me as possible while waving them away. And if that doesn't work, I just throw a starburst at them until they leave.
Nice. I like it. Hey.
It was by request.
Oh, okay. You bastard.
It is what it is. And last one here. Get this. I just lost out on a job interview since I won't take the shaft. Guess what? It ain't worth my bulls falling off.
And you know what? You can use administrative violence to fuck that company up.
Yes, you can. Oh, it's coming. All over your face, neck, back, and thighs.
That's going to be in the corporate edition.
Yes. James L. with a $19.99 donation. Thank you very much. Yo, boys, it's Propaganda Day. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes. Every day is propaganda.
Yeah, exactly. Every day is Propaganda Day in the good old U.S. of A.
Yep.
Especially if you're gay, if you know what I say, because I don't play. A Deep Purple 1987, Christopher Walken voice. I've been seeing articles and videos where Israel claims that a fourth shot of vax improves antibody count by 5-fold. Do you think this is legit or 1, 2, 3? Bullshit!
I'm going to be honest.
Gotta go with the latter.
If anything nefarious is built into that poke and smoke, Israel is going to feel that effect viciously because they literally have like 95% rates of vaccination.
Antibody-dependent enhancement is a real thing, and it can result in your body turning on you like it's not happy.
Well, it doesn't turn on you. It just doesn't react fast enough.
Yeah, same.
Because your body's like, oh, you know, why do we don't have to put up an offense. We have this incredibly strong antibody column right here. They'll handle the whole thing.
Yeah, screw that. Right.
Oh, never mind that those antibodies that are your body is making are not really working.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get mobbed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It is the equivalent of getting injected with AIDS.
Well, if you have the antibody enhancement syndrome, you get the shot and that develops. Then you get the flu. Your body is geared 100% to fight the EIU.
Yeah, it's geared to fight one thing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not like your immune system is completely crashed, but you can get bombarded with disease upon disease because your body's only gearing to fight one thing. So it is adjacent to that disease.
Correct.
It's nuts.
It is.
Absolutely nuts. On your chin. Mike Oglesby with a $50 super chat.
Thank you.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Thank you very much. Drink up, fellas! Oh, with all that booze up on the
Dude,
bar?
It's going to be a long week.
You can bet your ass. Yeah, you just pick which one of those you want to take home. You got to leave some of that Mr. Black here and give some of it to your ex-hooer.
Allegedly.
Stop it. I'm not going to get you sued.
Stop it, man. You're going to get me sued, bro.
Right. The former Mrs. Pop. D-Man50, shout out Sir Pops and Blake, wrenches in the chat. Hit like, comment, and share. It all helps. Yes, it does. We got 937 people watching and only 566 likes. What
are you guys doing? You're slipping up.
Smash it. F-Man, Angry American. I like it. I finished Warrior's Way and the Soldier's Soul and loved it. I hope to read more of your work.
I am actually redoing that book, adding some more to it, and it will be available print on demand.
Yes. Outstanding. Oh, here we go. George Pumphrey just broke the scale with a $200 Canadian super chat.
Thank you.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
You know, it's nice to know that there are still intelligent people in Canada.
Yes.
Or Canuckistan, as we call
That live almost in the United States.
it. Yeah.
Like that little line, the border between America and Canada is just smashed with people.
Yep.
You go north, forget about it.
America's hat. Well, it's like any other place. You know, the more densely populated urban areas tend to be way leftoid socialist shitholes.
Correct.
It is what it is. Thank you very much, George. Evening, Rigger. Here's some money to put toward the dog tag machine for my American brothers. Stay frosty and do not vacate your meat suit. You are still needed here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
This meat suit has seen a lot of punishment.
We got to, I mean, we officially got a donation for this purpose. We got to get the dog tag machine.
All right.
It's going to happen. Jeremy V with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much. You guys provide the levity we need. Cheers.
Thank you.
I'm going to bust open some of that coffee liqueur, man. I'm telling you. It's calling my name. You can't hear it, but I can. Channel 1-800-DUMB. Shh. Oblige me, please, Blakey. Projectile.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, you got me, bastard.
Slipped it.
Bastard.
E. Brock probably slipped out of his symbiote suit, but he did not leave a comment, or if he did, Susie Q decided to delete it because it hurt her feelings.
Well, these things happen.
It does happen. Either way, we appreciate the donation. Thank you, good sir. Else knows, why is munging better than sexy time with this chick? At least after munging, you won't get 18 to 21 years in baby jail.
If they catch you, you're digging up a corpse. It's grave robbery. It's a felony, and you're going to get 5 years for that.
That's very, very true.
And if you're banging it, it's only going to get worse. I'm just saying.
Yep. Oh, it's good times. And it jumped out here. Big Danny in L.A. Hey, gents, I sent you 2 emails with 1 of 6 vids of mine. 2 emails with 1 of 6 vids of mine. What you talking? Oh, okay, here we go. Videos are mine. Feel free to use on the show. Thank you very much. We'll take a quick. We'll take a look at those after the show.
Thank you.
K. Veldolf. Thank you, Pop and Blake, for all that you do. Do you have any advice or online sources to check out about the jab the Army is enforcing and the separation?
Well, I'm going to be honest. If you're in the military, you need to get an attorney that will represent you. But there are ways to go about fighting this, because one specific company and vaccine has been approved, but we just don't have any stocks of it. So they're trying to substitute these other non-approved variants.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's a good leg to stand on, and you can do the religious exemption.
And it's technically a violation of the Geneva Convention because there's no informed consent.
Correct.
Wah, wah, wah. Not opinion, fact. Fuck you, YouTube. Crazy uncle, the only liberal I served with, deployed with, turned out to be an officer. I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
No, there's a lot of officers that are just, they live in la la land.
Of course, because they suck dick to get to where they are. They pull the come swallow a heels up, pull my hairs.
Yep.
Quidgy I'll have him email you if he's interested. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
To Master 12, Razor Fist isn't black-pilled. He despises black pills. Well, maybe he likes black licorice. Channel 1-800-DUMB, friend of ours passed, Fred Sowell. Real shame. Well, Godspeed to him.
Yeah, Godspeed, bro.
Ape Gorillo. Pop, I've been in active duty for over 12 years now and single the entire time. Most men I've served with are married, and I often feel ostracized. Any words of wisdom for a serving MGTOW man?
When they get divorced, laugh. and throw a divorce party for them.
Well,
and I totally understand the third wheel. And one of my best friends, he's like a brother to me. He's married.
Yeah.
And I go over there from time to time, but if I'm there too long, you start to feel like the third wheel. I get it. And I cordially just bow out and go home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
You ever dated chicks who deliberately try to make your friends feel uncomfortable so they leave?
Yes, that's part of the testiculus redonkulitis.
Yeah. And they do it in such a way, well, the smart ones do it in such a way where you won't get mad at them for doing it. Because they're trying to instigate some way, hey, and they do it like right there on the couch next to your buddies.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, I guess maybe we should go.
Or you get the, go ahead, I'll just stay here alone. That is utter manipulation. I have no patience for that.
And nowadays, when they pull that, you know what they do? They go straight to the bedroom while you go out, and then they're swiping right on new dick.
Could be. They're out shopping for the next penis.
All night long. Bastards. Smooth Criminal, hey, Pop, in any of your military endeavors, have you ever made a grid squared disappear?
He's talking about using, what is it? MLRS. MLRS rockets will destroy an entire grid square. I mean, they don't remove the land or anything, but anything on top of it is going to be dead.
Oof.
And that was part of the Russian doctrine for snipers.
Okay.
If they just find out where you are and they destroy the whole grid square, just to get everyone.
Just like Battleship. Shark Dentures, hail Pop and Blake, Merry Insurrection Day. Just remember, according to the media in D.C., but I repeat myself, using your freedom of speech to peacefully protect your government's to protest your government's actions and exercising democracy is a threat to democracy.
Yeah, listen. That is utter horseshit.
Yeah, now let's go, Brandon. That apparently is a slow motion insurrection on Joe Biden's president.
What the fuck is a slow motion? Get the fuck out of here.
We listened to Fuck Trump and Kathy Griffin holding a bloody Trump head and all this bullshit for over 4 years. It's still going on, and let's go, Brandon, is an insurrection?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
No. You know what an insurrection is? You want to know what an insurrection looks like? Look at Afghanistan as a direct result of Joe Biden's incompetency.
Yeah,
that's an insurrection.
The amount of shit left behind. He left behind. There's still U.S. citizens stuck back there.
Mm-hmm.
That is just fucking shameful.
Yep. Fuck Joe Biden.
Yep. Fuck that motherfucker.
Ugh. Dynaside 13. Cheers, gents. Changing it up tonight. Going with Wisconsin-made Driftless Glen vodka. Hey! Just like those up there. Except those are whiskey. Stupid Smooth for $16. Enjoy the booze from the same distillery. The bourbon was bought at their distillery in Baraboo. Noff!
Ooh.
Nice,
All
man.
right.
We're definitely going to try that. Demaster 12. I'm looking for the authors of 2 quotes. Perhaps you could help. The first is how the goal of the evils infiltrating society is to make men cowards, women whores, and children rebels. The second is the aim of evil to sway women and children first.
I don't know where I've heard similar things, but I don't know where they come from.
Yeah, I have too, but I don't know where they came from either.
Yeah.
And you can't trust Google anymore, so use a different search engine.
Absolutely correct.
God be with you. Demaster 12 again. Any so-called conservative pundits like Ben Extra Small Hat Shapiro or Ann Scarecrow Coulter, who you abhor? Me, I am an anathematic against right-angle co-host Scott Ott. His idiocy drives me to call him Kumbaya Boomer, and I love to hate that fucking tool.
Yeah. Like Ben Shapiro. That dude, you can't even debate that dude. He's fucking like
He knows every dirty trick in the book.
Well, goddamn, I've watched him rip people apart.
Oh, I know, but he's wondering if there's any conservative pundits you just fucking hate. I don't know. There's a lot of them.
I would say I severely dislike that one female that got on there and said guys ain't shit.
Tommy Lahren.
Yeah. But, hate. See, I have been to the locations where you see the end result of hate, where people were walked into a pit and put to death.
Yeah.
I'm not there. No. I'm at severe dislike, but I don't want to kill anybody, man.
No. I mean, I think Tommy Lahren should definitely be up there for me because she's a chameleon. And there's a lot of them out. There's a lot of chicks out there who claim to be for men's rights, and really they're just grifters.
I gotcha.
They know that the men's rights group are really, for the most part, they're high quality men who have they've been raked through the coals, and they said fuck it, and they want access to those resources, and they think that by aligning themselves with that group, they're going to get in there. Like, no.
Well,
these dudes have already learned the deal. It's not going to happen. Especially not with, what's her name, Chloe Sunderland, the Roma army chick with the tattoos and stuff going up there. If you want to puke, just look up her OnlyFans.
Oh, my God.
It is... It looks like... Her belly looks like an avocado hate-fucked another avocado,
Oh, so she's got tree bark.
To borrow a phrase from Deadpool, like there was really something wrong in that relationship, and this was the only way that they could work it out.
So she's got tree bark or
Yeah.
Tiger claw attacks or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's bad news bears.
Ooh.
And when she gets on top, you can really see it. Polska Bob, gentlemen, beer monies. Blake, I needed a smoke break after those headlines. All of our IQs went down by 15 points. I'm going to go hamster and start drinking.
All right.
You should have been doing that before.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You got to start drinking as soon as the show starts because we're covering stupidity.
Jack, oh, you brilliant motherfucker. Fiora fuck off Sutla. Butts and tits soon. Keep an eye on that email, skunts.
All right.
All right. Oh, and we just broke the scale again. Crusader Nate with a $250 super chat. We are not worthy. Where's the graphic?
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Initial money down for the dog tag machine. Still waiting to find out how much the one you want will cost. I think between you and Georgia and Canada, you probably just took care of it. So thank you all very, very much. We're going to jump over to MGTOW.tv. We had a few chats before the night even began. Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell, what's up, you taint-licking liver lickers? Never lick the taint. Because
Never do that.
You never know how they wipe.
You get a pink eye and a brown eye.
Professor Blakey Poo. Everybody's just making fucking weird usernames and shit.
That's good stuff, man.
Hello, Pop, and he's my Blakey Pie.
Oof.
The word I'm looking for is, anyway, T-Most68, let the laughter begin. Thank you very much. Crimson Hawk, man number 71, signing in. We're going way back then.
Yeah.
Might be like year one. Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell again. Classic. AOC seen weeping over her grave on January 6th. It's a Babylon piano. Oh, I was so scared. I was like, you were in another building across town.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. Actually, no. She'd probably wind up biting me on accident.
Oh, well, she's got big teeth. You need stitches.
I'd just distract her with a feed bag.
Oh, yeah, that could do it.
Put some oats in there, a little molasses. It should be fine.
Get at it from behind.
Yeah, and you can't sneak up on her while she's doing that, though, because she'll kick you right in the junk.
Yes.
Edman209, I would give more, but there is a gun show this weekend. I figured you would understand.
I totally do.
Oh, we all know about that. Jumping over to Odyssey, Bearded Dad. Actually, our final fight is first here. So it is starting to look like Civil War 2.0 is not happening, and the independents are waking up. Is it bad that I feel disappointed that I won't have my gallon of blood or pound of flesh?
I can't really comment in that regard. I understand that people think the independents are waking up and things are going to change. Well, we'll find out on the the midterms.
Yeah, what I will say is this. Seeing them, seeing Biden's approval rating plummet, that was always going to happen because he's not in charge.
No.
And sooner or later, people were going to understand that.
Yeah.
Standing up and trying to change this shit so that it doesn't erupt into a two-way rifle range is another thing entirely because
Correct.
we're not going to be changing this with just votes.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to say right now, there's so many people chomping at the bit that once it kicks off, it is on.
Bears.
It is fucking on.
Bearded Dad sending you some amusing Christmas gifts still. Had to wait until other parts came in to finish the builds.
All right.
Interesting.
Cool.
Should be on the way this weekend. Listening to y'all while getting the evening workout in. Thank you both for all the laughs. And thank you
You're
for
welcome.
tuning in. And thank you for the 5 library coin. Shovel Monkey, I just picked up some Sandman poured at the store. All right. Almost bought Pop a bottle of Cockburns, but he ain't Riggs.
Damn.
Oh, here we go. Our favorite Frenchman here. Hello, Mr. Pop and Herr Kleiner. Concerning the article about male birthing, the opposite, yes, I can, but I simply cannot fathom how an actual woman would want to become a manual transmission. Said woman would have to be among the lowest of the useful idiots in the eyes of the phlebotomists.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do?
Nah.
At that point, you're not useful to anyone.
And it's not like you can surgically build a penis.
No. All right, one last article here, and then we're going to bring on our special guest for the show. This is just Too funny. 90 Day Fiancé star retires from selling farts ahead of heart attack scare.
Oh, my God.
Or after heart attack scare, I'm sorry. She had a fart attack! Reality TV star who launched a gassy venture. Whoever wrote this had a lot of fun, by the way.
Yep.
Peddling her fancy flatulence to strangers, Stephanie Motto, 31, blew away people on social media when she recently announced that she makes more than $50,000 a week selling her farts. The Connecticut resident had gained international recognition after appearing on the reality show 90 Day Fiancé, and later started her own YouTube channel, wrote books, and founded an X-rated subscription site called Unfiltered. And yes, you can find her OnlyFans leaks as well.
Yeah.
Not that I would know about that or anything.
But see, she's holding it up there. See the size of her arm?
Yeah.
You compare it to her head.
Oh, yeah. She's always been a little bit full German.
She's like $160 to $180.
Wouldn't kick her out of bed.
No, I'm just saying.
She then really made waves with her olfactory business by capturing her emissions in jars and selling them because she thought it'd be a hilarious publicity move that would get a lot of people's attention.
Well, yeah, it's not wrong.
Congratulations, we're here talking about it. But after making $200,000 in sales, I want to know who these fucking simps are. The influencer has announced her retirement when she passed one too many and got the wind knocked out of her. Motto was rushed to the hospital with chest pains she feared were symptoms of a heart attack. After undergoing a battery of tests, including blood work and an EKG, she was told that her pain was the result of her steady diet of gas-inducing beans and eggs.
Ugh.
I thought I was having a stroke and that these were my final moments, she told the Jam Press. I was overdoing it. The self-proclaimed fartrepreneur had squeezed out 50 jars worth of farts a week to keep up with demand and even added protein shakes to her diet to make them more pungent.
And that does happen.
I remember within one day I had 3 protein shakes and a huge bowl of black bean soup, she said. I could tell that something was not right when I was lying in bed, and I could feel the pressure in my stomach moving upward. It was hard to breathe, and every time I tried to breathe in, I'd feel a pinching sensation around my heart. And that, of course, made my anxiety escalate. I called my friend and asked if they could come over to drive me to the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack.
I've actually driven myself
Yeah,
to the hospital while I was having fucking wicked fucking chest pains.
Yep. They said it was her diet, and she had to change it and to take a gas suppressant medication, which has effectively ended her business. Wah, 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 wah. Nice legs, though. She apparently decided to launch this on a whim after getting requests. Who are these simps?
I have no idea.
This is horrendous.
Well, when I was younger and I was trying to gain weight, I was doing the 2 protein shakes a day, 3 meals and stuff. And I could clear out the house. There's a couple times, like I was walking through my sister's house and I dump one.
Oh,
and I leave and I get a call like 10 minutes later. It still smells in here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's horrendous, man. All right, it is time to bring on our special guest for the evening.
Is he still there?
You know him in the chat. He has donated to the stream a few times as Edwin Sparks, and he has a really screwed up story for us tonight.
Oh,
Actually,
my Lord.
2, and they kind of feed into each other. How are you doing, good sir?
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're doing good, bro.
We're living. Hey, we got a lot of booze, so I mean, we can't really complain.
You know, I'm actually doing that myself. I figured just since, it's Redonkulas, you got to have the menagerie.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
I got a shot of Glenfiddich. I set myself up with a Boilermaker and a vodka cranberry.
All right.
I approve of this completely.
All right.
All right, so you said that you wanted to begin by talking about your and you sent us the Cliff Notes in an email. And both of us were just like, we got to have this dude on the show.
All right, before we start, though, show us what your shirt says.
Oh, this is the Socialism is for Fake shirt. It's, sorry, I'm not exactly the smallest of people.
It's all right. It looked familiar. I've seen that before.
Didn't Crowder get a strike on YouTube for that?
I think it
for the
did.
shirt, so stupid.
Yeah, they had to take it off their store, and then they put it back on their store as a mystery box for the same price. And that's when I picked it up.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right, so good sir. Yeah, we're going to turn the floor over to you. Tell us about how your mom tried to have you killed.
Oh, that was a fun one.
Wow.
So Now, mind you, there's a whole myriad of factors that led into this, but essentially, I found out what was going on when I was in high school. I'd kind of noticed some things when I was younger. Like, I had an almost self-termination when I was like 8 because I realized that things weren't quite right with my mother, and that kind of almost made me pull the triggers, literally.
Oh,
Wow.
But high school, I noticed things were really kind of going sideways. Like, one day I'd been with my mom out running errands. We filled up the tank on her car, and the next day I come home from going out with my dad, running a few errands, and the tank on her car is down to half, and the engine's warm.
All right.
And she'd been home the whole day, supposedly.
Okay.
allegedly.
Yeah. And so, not too long after that, my dad showed up with some heart damage from something that he had eaten, at least according to the docs. And my mom's uncle, who
does
was
your
with
father
us at
like
the time,
mushrooms? I'm serious, because you could put poisonous mushrooms in a salad, and with the regular mushrooms you won't even detect it, and then 24 to 36 hours there's chemicals in those poisonous mushrooms that fuck your shit up, and it's virtually untraceable. How do I know that? I fucking scare myself, and I put that in the
We're
book.
gonna get banned.
I'm just telling you. That's, he just said that. I was like, that's probably what happened.
My mind went the psychedelic route, and you're just like, woo.
Well, because it's true.
My dad was very much a fan of food and cooking.
There you
But
go.
honestly, my mom was not that smart. Honestly, I think she probably got a hold of something like digitalis or something and slipped it in the food.
Okay.
Ooh.
She probably just didn't put in enough.
And the digitalis is the stuff that makes your heart go freaking crazy, right?
It
makes
can
it speed
cause-
up like
it
you're
can-
having a heart attack.
Yeah, it can cause tachycardia and a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
But my mom's uncle, who was living with us at the time, because his wife had just died recently, so he'd kind of come down to stay with us for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He also, at that exact same time, had some weird interactions with his medication. He had to go into the doctor, and the doc said, well, something got in your system, and it's not reacting with your meds right. But at
Interesting.
this time, I'd already stopped. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just said it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird coincidence. By this time, I'd already stopped eating her cooking because a month beforehand, she'd managed to make pork steaks that were burnt on the outside and still frozen at the center.
It's
So I was just
a
making
hot
my own
pocket in the
dinners.
microwave.
That's how you get a butt worm. It is.
But and so things kind of progressed from there. My dad went up on a road trip to help a friend up in Minnesota. And by the time he came back down from Minnesota, because while he was in Minnesota, he discovered some financial discrepancies in his accounts. By the time he got back, she'd already booked it out of town with everything she could fit in her car.
Okay.
I'd been running the house for about a week. And it was a fun little show. It wasn't too long after that we discovered, we started getting the bills for the insurance. She'd had about $6 million in life insurance policies on my dad. And Texas being the way it is, if you take out a reciprocal insurance policy on your spouse, policy that pays out both ways. So if you die, the spouse gets the money.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to tell your spouse. It's not required to inform them legally that you're taking out the insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to lead to anything bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would not be the first time somebody has killed somebody for insurance money.
No. That's why they call them black widows, and I'm not talking about spiders.
Yeah, and the insurance companies were very interested to find out about each other because they didn't realize that they had 4 or 5 companies covering one guy. And the insurance policies themselves were quite varied. One of them covered if he got shot or stabbed. Another one had reduced payouts, but it would pay out for like if he died in an air
crash,
plane crash. She had pretty much all the bases covered for how he might die.
Well, for the specific insurance policies, it's called double indemnity.
Yeah.
That means if he dies a certain way, you get double the payout. So
Yeah, like I think it's double if you die on a business trip, stuff like that. So,
I know. I saw a movie back in the day called Double Indemnity, and that's how I learned
it's a
that.
good film noir movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like not long after she left, a couple of her friends that were in the Legion Riders tried to put my dad through a plate glass window when they were parking because they'd been out on a Legion ride, and
Wow.
they hemmed him in close to a large plate glass window parking up next to a building, and took a chunk off of his arm because he fell partway through when they did that.
Okay.
And it wasn't long after that we decided it was time to get out of Texas and away from anyone she might know there.
That's a shame because I like Texas.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go back at some point because knowing her friends, they're probably all dead by now. So,
Well, how long has this been?
that was 2008, but most of her friends were her meth connections.
Oh yeah, they're
So,
dead. They're dead.
Meth connections.
Yeah, when you get hooked on meth, your life expectancy after that's like
Look for
6
that
years.
to be a new dating app for drug addicts.
Yeah, I mean literally. It was a study. I don't remember. I remember reading it. I don't know where it came from, but a lot of those people who are hooked on meth, they really don't live more than 5 to 6 years after they start.
They lose all their teeth and they look. Oh God.
Yeah, they get fucked up bad.
Yeah, it's hard to tell which one is worse. Pretty girls becoming feminists or pretty girls turning to meth. Both tend to have pretty disastrous results.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, ladies, never feminism, never meth, not even once.
So your father and mother divorced, I take it?
they got divorced. It took about three or 4 years to get it cleared through finally.
Okay.
They started the process while we were still down in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
which is how my dad's attorney met my mother, because she came down to his office and started threatening him. And that's when he stopped charging money.
Okay.
He actually said point blank, you know what, Mr. Sparks, you don't have to pay me again for this. In fact, we're going to try and get her some jail time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, her being the rat she was, getting her jail time was a little difficult.
She threw other people under the bus, huh?
What is she doing now?
Yeah. Last I heard, she was drug muling in Missouri and trying to drain money off of guys. But when you have to use the excuse of you're younger than you look, it doesn't really work so well.
Yes.
You look good for your age.
Yeah, I got you. And you know what? This is very common that a lot of women, after they get divorced, it takes about 3 to 5 years, they really start feeling that, hey, this is hard to live out here by myself. Oh my God! And
I don't like this strong, independent woman thing.
They get hammered, and then it's too late for them.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing of her being with my dad was a financial decision.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to be 100% honest,
That's most marriages, unfortunately.
She got together with him to pay off debts from her first husband,
Mm-hmm.
and she had me to keep him around because she knew he'd already left one girl who'd had an abortion without even asking him.
And I would do the same. But it is what it is. $6 million.
Yep, and there were signs that there were policies on me, but we never could get everything ironed out. We never got all the paperwork together for it. I did end up having to track down all the money though, because she was running the finances for the house, and she depleted all the money he had saved aside from his VA disability.
Wow.
She'd been using because they were both on Social Security disability, so they were receiving a dependency check for me as Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
And she was using that to cover what she was siphoning out of the main checking account.
Nice.
And it was just ridiculous trying to track down how much money she stole. And then we started looking around the house and realizing a few things were missing. And if he could have, he would have killed her over that.
What was missing? Guns?
The main thing that pissed him off was the gun. Yeah. He had a pre-World War II 30 caliber lever action Winchester.
Okay.
which honestly probably got sold for less than $100 worth.
Yeah,
of
I mean, if that thing is if it's in mint condition, you could probably get about $1,500 for that.
Yeah, and she probably took whatever drugs she got from that and had it blown up her ass with a straw.
Yeah, probably. If the serial number is below 100, you can probably double that amount.
I said straw. I had to.
Yeah, okay. Bastard.
Yeah. Admittedly, it's not that much of a surprise to me that she turned out the way she did, considering her childhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's Bob can attest. What's the number one childhood occurrence that's likely to result in a woman being severely mentally damaged as an adult?
Being molested.
Abuse of any kind, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yep, man. And this is going to sound terrible, but like in my past, I've dated some women, and they're like, oh, yeah, I was taken advantage of by a member of my family. And I'm like, well, that's terrible. And this relationship is now over. So,
yeah, my dad didn't find out about what happened to my mother until after the divorce. He was talking with my mom's uncle, and my mom's uncle kind of filled him in on some of the stuff about the family that he'd managed to parse out over the years while he was married in. And as far as they were able to piece together, my maternal grandmother left. She divorced, raped my maternal grandfather at some point in my mom's childhood. I think my mom was probably about 7 or 8 at the time. And it probably wasn't too long after that my mom ended up filling in for the marital duties.
Oh.
And judging by the way that one of my uncles acted, apparently some of her brothers were in on it, because at one point, one of my uncles tried proposing a wife swap to my dad.
Oh my God.
And
this is like red trash shit here.
Holy shit.
God damn.
We just veered off into Jerry Springer territory, man.
And my dad's first reaction was, you do realize I'm married to your sister, right? Yeah, it was.
Just when I think bad. Your story couldn't get any crazier.
That is fucking nuts.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I would have responded with,
okay, we'll have to go with a big fuck off.
You know.
I'm not laughing at your situation.
Wasn't much better, but.
So did your dad, did he remarry?
No.
I don't blame him.
And he didn't remarry. He went like 1 or 2 relationships after that, and then he just went full monk.
Yeah, that's actually fairly common.
Yeah.
It is common.
Yeah. I can't remember what the first relationship was that he went into after the divorce. It took a few years for that. And then the next one after that was a single mom, which
yeah, that's never gonna
that alone should have been the sign right there. But
that'll
then,
slap some
you
more
get to her
sense
kids.
And what?
And
how many kids did she have?
She had 3 daughters and 1 son.
Oh my God.
And honestly, the one daughter might have been rehabilitated into a normal person at some point, but the other 3 kids probably needed a bullet.
All right. It's not beating around in the bush on that one.
9mm headache.
The eldest daughter had previous police interactions for improper interactions with children. She was no longer allowed to babysit for some families.
Wow.
And the only reason she wasn't in jail is she was also a rat.
Okay.
Her younger sister, the middle of the 3 daughters, was this kind of semi-sane one. The youngest of the 3 daughters was flat out insane, and that's when my dad found out how fucked up the family was. And the son was at the killing small fluffy animals stage.
Oh, so serial killer beginning the starter kit.
He's going full Dexter.
Yeah, the serial killer starter kit.
Yeah, and that may have been due to some of the eldest daughter's friends, because she liked to hang out with friends who had similar inclinations.
Oh,
wow.
Holy. Your dad knew how to pick them, man.
Yeah, well, when the 12-year-old came up to him and tried to grab a handful of something, that's when he decided, you know what, I don't need to be around this family anymore.
Yeah, because that's how you go to jail.
It's like, what do you think, I work at CNN? Get out of here.
Child Nudity Network?
The Child Nudity Network. Get out of here. Donna Lamone.
We should do that hashtag Child Nudity Network. Let's see if we can get that to trend.
We'll totally get banned if we try to do that.
Well, we don't have a Twitter channel, so if anyone out there has any Twitter,
Make a trend on Getter. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, sadly, I haven't had a Twitter for years just because I like having brain cells.
Yeah. We deleted ours like 3 years ago.
I mean, we're drinking ours away, so we want to keep what else is there.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
I hear you.
And I know that you have also been divorced yourself. What all went down with that?
Well, I didn't have the honor of the full divorce. My ex showed her crazy while we were still engaged.
Okay.
Okay.
But that also had its own legal issues because of Oregon law.
Common law? Or whatever it is, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the way Oregon law works, if you and a woman have a child and you're not married when you're at the hospital and you're filling out the affidavits of paternity, your affidavit doesn't mean shit.
Really?
If she withdraws her affidavit, you're taken off the birth certificate.
Okay. So is that what happened?
I found that out because my fiance was being batshit insane and flipped out over something, wanted to leave the state, wanted me to come with, and was using our daughter as leverage.
It's very
only
common.
point blank, either go with her or I never see our daughter again.
Yeah, that's actually very common that happens.
And so I said, okay. And then I went down with my dad to the courthouse and went to file papers for sole custody. And found out I wasn't even on the birth certificate, so I couldn't file for custody. I had to start paternity processing first.
Yes, you're going to start over.
By the time I could even consider doing that, she'd already left the state.
You can still do it. It's just,
damn,
you're in another state.
Well, I was also having quite a bit of financial issues at the time.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Which might have
I was
exacerbated
in nowhere
the
stable to
situation.
even try.
What happened to her?
My ex, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure where she's at right now. I know she has a son, the only kid of 3 that she's actually kept custody of.
So you got your daughter?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay.
Shortly after my ex left the state with my daughter, I got a call from her brother, found out that my ex had dropped my daughter off with her brother.
Okay.
And not long afterwards signed adoption papers to have her brother and his wife, who were having trouble having kids of their own, adopt my daughter.
Wow.
Fuck.
See,
yeah. Even if I get into a financial position where it's viable, I have to not only file paternity, but I have to try and undo an adoption that was fully legal at the time.
Damn.
That's fucked up, bro.
And Oregon is where they're like, removing math and writing and reading requirements and stuff because of equity. So apparently Oregon is just a shithole.
So how old is your daughter now?
She's about 12 now.
Does she know you exist?
I believe so.
Okay.
Last time I saw her, she was about 6, and her adoptive dad in front of me explained to her who I was. I'll be honest, her adoptive father, Rocky, he's a stand-up guy.
Okay.
He's ex-Army. He lost an eye in service. I respect him to a point.
I gotcha.
But he's also whipped.
Oh.
That's very common, bro.
My ex-fiance, her family situation growing up was unfortunately in certain ways kind of similar to my mom's. It explains why I was attracted to my ex-fiance. Guys do tend to go towards women that are crazy as their mothers. Her and her siblings grew up with a single mom, a single parent household, and then 2 of the 3 siblings were adopted. Well, they were adopted by a lesbian couple.
Oh my God!
Ex-fiance and her brother. So her brother was used to being subordinate to a single mom, subordinate to a lesbian couple, and then subordinate to his liberal wife.
Wow.
I don't have the "you lose" chime from Price is Right, but
that's one we should use.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Holy shit, man.
Wow. That's fucked up. And the laws in Oregon where she doesn't have to put you on the birth certificate, that is horseshit. Okay. And as far as I'm concerned, it sounds to me like it was an illegal adoption. Yeah. I mean, that's heartbreaking, man. I'm sorry,
insane,
man.
Well, I have a feeling that once she's 18, she'll probably find me. It, I'll admit, when it comes to social issues, I'm not the sharpest cookie,
Uh-huh.
but I'm fairly intelligent otherwise. And going back to the family, my dad, my granddad, fairly sharp cookies.
Yeah.
And she was already by age 6 very interested in books, always trying to learn something.
Okay.
As long as she doesn't end up going to college or some ultra liberal private school, hopefully she'll be fine.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed, man.
Oh my God. That's nuts, man.
You have you've had a hell of a ride.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's life.
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is just try to be there for your daughter when the time comes, and if she wants to find you, you can hopefully steer her in the right direction.
Yeah, and that's why we need to have many more men get involved in changing these laws, because it's one-sided, it's completely unfair, and I can't really think of anything more painful than having a child taken away, other than that child dying. Because that's pretty close to each other in the emotional pain that's inflicted, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because you've been there for one, and then very recently you were center stage for witnessing it happening to your neighbors. So.
Yep.
Ugh.
That's fucking
Holy
nuts,
shit,
man.
Edwin, I wanna thank you for coming on the show and sharing that with us. With your permission, of course, we'll probably take this section of the stream and include it as part of the administrative violence webinar, because one of the things that the webinar is going to include is, because people are going to ask the question, why? Why should I learn these skills? Why is it important to use the same bureaucracy that fucked me over to try to right this wrong? Well, this is why.
Exactly.
Situations like this.
Yep.
Women have entirely too much power when it comes to they're always the ones bitching about their reproductive freedoms, but at the end of the day, men have none. And in a state like Oregon, where all she has to do is say,
I'm not happy.
And you have no rights whatsoever, but at the same time, she can say, oh yeah, absolutely, and then you have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have no choice.
It's fucked up, man.
You either pay or go to jail. Men who can't pay for their kids go to jail. Women who can't pay for their kids get welfare. Can you please remind me who is privileged?
Yeah. It's more than welfare. They get food.
Oh, I know.
They get housing. They get the whole deal.
System surfers.
Yeah, we did a whole video on that.
Riding that welfare wave.
All right, I want to thank you for coming on, man. Really.
Pop.
Yeah.
One more thing before I head out.
Uh-huh.
I know you have a obsession with collecting weapons.
Yes.
Shocker.
Would you like to see something hilarious that happens when someone has a greater obsession than you?
Sure.
All right, give me one moment. I'm going to turn my camera off for
this
just a
isn't
second.
Penis joke, I hope.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's nothing like that.
We're going to
get
banned.
I got to move from where I'm at to the armory.
Oh.
The armory.
Oh, you just peeked Pops in.
You got your own sword room, I see. Huh?
Well, technically, it's mine now. It was my father's.
All right.
Yeah, because he had that gun that was stolen.
Yeah, he collected swords, axes, made a few spears.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh. Wow. Ooh.
Outstanding.
Is that a polearm or a spear?
Those are two longer spears.
Okay. And they're on those 6-foot ash poles, or they 8 foot?
I think those are 8 foot.
Okay.
They're definitely taller than me.
All right. There's a lot of knives there. I collect a lot of knives.
A lot of knives, swords, axes.
He's got
proper pole arms.
Yeah. You got a pole arm.
More axes and spears.
Oh. Wow.
And then the gem of the collection is here. This is actually something that my dad had made took the blacksmith 6 tries before he'd actually sell it to my dad.
Oh, okay. Well, he had some integrity.
Oh.
Is that like a Roman
This
gladius?
is a hand and a half broadsword.
It's a hand and a half broadsword.
Nice.
Oh.
I don't have shoes on right now, so I'm not going to try and do the demonstration for it. But you put the tip to the ground and put your foot in the middle. You can bend it and it'll snap back.
So that's a spring steel of some type. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it took 6 tries for the guy to temper it right.
Well, I mean,
Beautiful, man.
if you're not used to making weapons in a blacksmith shop, it does get dicey.
I bet a little bit dangerous too.
Well, once you know what
screw
you're
up.
doing, they can crank those things out. But
Nice.
that's pretty good, bro.
That's really nice, man.
Yeah, well, I figured Pop would probably want to see what happens when someone who consciously goes out buying weapons ends up with a collection. Because Pop buys them in his sleep. My dad would
Yes.
collect them and just
I do.
sharpen them.
And actually,
It was his way of de-stressing.
well, the first time ever, it was about 2 weeks ago. I wake up, eat breakfast, go on about my daily thing, right? And I decide I'm gonna go make my bed, and I discover hidden under the bed is a Breyers chocolate shipment ice cream half-gallon box, completely empty with a spoon in it, and I have no recollection of going anywhere and buying ice cream like that in 2 years. So I must have got up, walked across the street to 7-Eleven, bought the ice cream, came back, ate the whole goddamn thing, and decided to hide it from myself and put it under the bed. Like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Evil Pop is like, when good Pop wakes up, he's going to be ashamed. I got to figure out what
It's
with
like-
this shit.
Yeah, it's nothing personal, but I'm going to have to hide this.
Good Pop or Evil Pop, it all goes to the same place.
It does.
That's where the dad bod comes from.
All right, man. Well, thank you, man. We appreciate having you on the show.
Thank you so
Hey, no
much,
problem.
Edwin.
Take
Keep
care.
on watching and stay in touch, all right?
Take it easy, bro.
Will do.
Take it easy, man.
All right. That was really good, man.
That was one hell of a story, man. Just when you thought that the insanity couldn't possibly scale up another notch, it just went there.
Well, women
Wow.
historically are the masters of poison. They're the masters of attacking people in their sleep. They take out the insurance. They do all kinds of crazy shenanigans.
Wow.
Not all women, but when they go off the reservation, they get really, really diabolical about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like men, a man goes off the reservation, goes in the closet, gets his boomstick, and things happen. Yeah, these women, they get into thinking the long game. Like, in 3 years, if I put a dram of this in his food once a week, he should be dead inside of 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, shit, man. I don't know why it just popped into my head just now. No pun intended, of course. But one of the most fucked up subplots for any movie ever, The Sixth Sense. The little girl who got poisoned by her own mom with the drain cleaner in her soup. I remember seeing that every time I watch that part in the movie, man, it just makes me sick in my
I
guts.
just want to kill that bitch.
Because shit like that happens.
I know.
It's insane. Because she wanted the attention that came from her daughter being sick all the time.
It's
Yeah.
Munchausen by proxy.
Yep. And I see that shit too. It's wow. Wow.
That is fucked up, man.
Yeah. But men are the problem. Don't forget. Yeah.
It's a toxic masculinity.
Yeah, toxic masculinity is the real problem. It's not the complete lack of it,
Well, the
Men
thing
being
is,
raised by single mothers, being taught by women.
if you're a man in today's day and age and you have dignity, honor, and self-respect, you will be loathed by the feminazis.
Yep.
They'll call you toxic, whatever.
Yeah. The only thing that you're toxic to is their lies.
Yes.
Just accept that now. That's why I'm toxic male.
I like it.
All right, some super chats here, and then we're going to jump over to new tech because that's how we roll around here.
Yep.
Michael Halub, I was wondering what stank, and then I looked at the lower right corner of the screen. Damn, Pop! Get your feet away from the camera!
Hey.
Hey! Well, you got new socks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I change them every day.
Allegedly.
big deal.
Because you got foot stank.
I have foot funk.
Oh, foot funk. Okay. You've had the foot funk since, when was it?
When I went to South America.
Yeah.
I've been there many times. It always comes back.
Did it keep the ladies away down there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sure. You have to
don't
spray the
care.
Lysol and then you go up and touch the
That shit
front of your
works.
booty. Yeah?
Yeah, you spray the Lysol on your feet. It hurts. It hurts bad, but it works. And we had to spray Lysol on this one dude's sack.
Oh!
Yeah, he screamed like a bitch, but it helped him out.
Oh!
Yeah, it's terrible, but it had to be done. We're in the middle of the jungle. What are you going to do?
Well, I remember my two older brothers. They're a lot closer in age. I'm 9.5 years younger than my next
So
older
you're an
sibling.
oops.
Yeah, I was an oops, yeah. You can't get pregnant on your period. Surprise, motherfucker. Well, they're like 3 years apart. And I want to say it was, I forget which brother it was, but he got talked into, it's like, well, he's going on a date, so you gotta make sure that you smell good for the ladies, right? So what you should do is you should take a little cologne and you lift up your sack. You just spray a little cologne on there. Never mind the fact that putting alcohol on a very sensitive area tends to cause problems.
Yes, it does.
Comes running out like his asshole was on fire. You motherfucker! Don't spray your taint with stuff that's
Yeah,
meant
it's not
for...
going to work out for you.
Yeah, it's not going to work out for you. Might smell good, but it won't feel too great. Ohio Trucker 1, what does a wife and a new Dollar General have in common? When they first open, they look good, and after 2 months, they're a mess.
Pretty much.
Capricorn Cabulas, welcome back, good sir. Good old Jim Beam tonight. Thoughts? Kazakhstan Catalyst? Yeah, have you heard about this?
There's, a big uproar in Kazakhstan?
Big row, yeah, they're shooting on civilians. It's not going to be good. We're going to have to dive into that one, I think, next week, probably. Get some, or you can do a special layer, if you like.
Well, there's always been a lot of uproar and bullshit in the stands.
Yeah.
In, Chechnya. Fucking A, man.
Jail. Oh, crazy uncle again here. Best divorce party trick we ever did.
Oh, here we go.
Our buddy was bent over sideways by the divorce, even though she and Jody were involved. Though thankfully, after he paid out the ass, he didn't have any other bills, no kids involved. We went to the shop and got a bunch of inflatable companions and then printed out a bunch of pictures of his ex's face. When he came over for the party, we were hesitant for a minute when we brought him to the backyard. He saw the inflatables with that bitch's face on them, and he asked, "What the hell is this?" Then we put a shotgun in his hands.
Nice!
After 2 boxes of ammo and cutting down a couple of trees the hard way, he had a smile on that couldn't be wiped off if we tried.
Fucking awesome.
After that, we put the shotgun away and replaced it with the strongest drinks we could find. It's important to do it in that order.
Yes.
FYI, he's doing fine now. Remarried, yes, I know. And has a couple of kids and will retire next year. No poke like me.
Yeah, whatever happened to his ex, though? I always ask that.
Maybe she's drug muling in Missouri.
Could be. But I always ask, when I hear stories like this, what happened to the ex?
Yeah.
And like a majority of the time, it never goes well for her.
No. No, women like that, karma tends to rip their ass off and wear it on their head like a hat.
Well, one can only hope.
Yeah, well, it's what happens when the culture has gone so far off the rails. You can count the number of good women who are actually wife material on the fingers of a really bad woodshop teacher.
Dude, that's hardcore. That is hardcore.
Triggers McNickers. Hey, how you doing, brother? The quote about conquering a people by making eunuchs of men, whores of women, and rebels of kids was from me. I sent it to you via a super chat once. Well, then, you are just awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, good sir. AF, I do CNC mill/turn and make car parts and incomplete airsoft parts. Engraving to order is no big deal. Hell yeah.
All right.
You may have to talk to this guy. So shoot Pop an email. He might have might have a job for you.
Yeah.
Fan I am. Hey, how you doing, man? We got your box. Good day, gents. Biden said his EIU test came back 50, but his IQ test came back positive.
Nice.
My butt's been wiped. SL Joseph 74 with a $25 donation. AOC could eat an apple through a picket fence.
Well, maybe.
That is an image. Reaper01 just got dark in here. Anyway, finally, a story I can relate to. I'll explain in next week's Wango Tango, so I'm not the only one with stories like this.
All right.
Caprigoon Cabulous again. After E-Spark's story, I'm now finishing the Jim Beam bottle. Cheers, my man, and I'm sorry. Wow, yeah, I'm sorry, too.
That's fucking not even funny.
If he hadn't offered to tell the story, I wouldn't have had him on. But man, because that's some gnarly shit. 1997 Heritage. It was a pretty good year, especially if you're drinking whiskey. Thank you very much for the $5 donation. No comment available, so you either didn't put one there or Susie Q didn't like it. Evil Zombie Toe, Tim Pool just got swatted live on air. What?
What happened?
Got swatted.
Somebody hit him?
Somebody fucked him up.
Really?
Oh, wow. I wonder why. For telling the truth, probably. Tony Soprano, the real fun begins when the foot funk spreads to your junk.
Which it has. On times.
You want a little Hunter Biden with somebody?
Well, I'm just telling you, like, you have the foot funk on your feet, you're out in the field for 2 weeks or longer, you're not showering, you come back and it crawled up to your balls.
Oh, okay.
And then you spray it with Lysol to kill it. It's not a pleasant experience.
I was imagining something else, like Hunter Biden with his niece.
Oh, no. I'm just talking about, like, the foot fungus that
Can you imagine getting
exists.
athlete's foot on your junk because you had some chick giving you a footy?
I'm sure it's happened.
I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it has happened. But
It's your special jock itch.
what a lot of people don't realize, you do jungle warfare, you're going to carry that effects for the rest of your fucking life.
Ugh. Especially if you make the mistake of peeing in the ponds. Never, ever do that.
Yeah.
That's how you wind up with stuff swimming up your pinto with little spines in it.
Oh!
Speaking of which, I said, John, here's a joke. What does the Titanic and a Travis Scott concert have in common? The music doesn't stop when people start crying. I like it. I like it. Jumping over to MGTOW.tv, Ballistic Zero. To the one dude that said he is feeling left out because he's been in 12 years in the grinder but single, laugh at them. They know what they did, and they hate themselves for it. You are not alone, and others and I are here with you too.
And if that guy who's been in the military for 12 years, if he rides it out for another 8, he's going to get a pension, and he won't have to share it with an ex-wife. That happens all the time.
Do it. Also add one more to the save counter because I showed you
408.
408.
There we go.
Make the change on the board, dude.
Hang on, actually, I don't have the squirty thing.
You have the
I'm going to add it to the book, though.
Because I showed your vids to another one trying to jump out of the 5th floor. He is somewhere here, so I got a message. Pay me, fucko. Well, you don't like that? Fuck you, pay me. Ballistic Zero again, just for context, I bet him that Pop was real like a leprechaun. He owes me $3.75, a pack of 5 gum blue, and a bottle of good whiskey. The good shit, damn it.
Nice.
It's always a good bet to make.
All right, so
My first ever bet that involved booze involved Mario Kart.
Okay.
And I won that bet. Because we were playing Double Dash, and my buddy said, I bet you can't make Rainbow Road without falling off.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. What do you bet? It's like, I don't know. What do you want? I was like, 12-pack of Sam Adams Oktoberfest. He's like, you're on.
That's a good bet right there.
Bet.
That's a good bet. That's a good bet.
And that is a hard fucking course not to fall off of. All right, here. Final fight with a $5 donation on Odyssey. I also got a call from the officio, and they asked me what issue is most important to me. I responded, whoever you are collecting this info, for they have screwed up, and it is not my problem. They find themselves in trouble. It was obviously related to the Democrats' concerns about the midterms.
Nice.
What issue is most important to you? Critical race theory. You like it, right? No. Fuck off. All right, big roll call here on Twitch. We got 87 people watching. Thank you all very much. D-Live, 52 people watching. Odyssey, 117. That's going to climb in a minute. 52 on MGTOW.tv. And it is time to read the last couple of chats here on YouTube before we switch to new tech. Fan I am. Tesla's new vehicles don't have that new car smell. They have an Elon Musk. Nice, nice. Evil Zombie Toe, swatting, the act of making a false 911 call in order to force police to show up in force under false pretenses. Oh, we know what that is.
Yeah.
Jeff Schroeder, Twilight Zone voice. All right, here we go. Hang on. If you can just imagine watching Grunt Speak and not liking it, get the likes up! Do it. Thank you all very much. 1997 Heritage. Had a girlfriend. She got pregnant. We later broke up. A year later, she hit me up for medical expenses and threatened to sue me for them.
Well, get a paternity test and find out if it's yours.
Yeah.
And then she might actually have a ground to stand on for you to pay for half of it at least.
Yeah, but if not,
make her sue you. Fuck it.
I mean, 1 in 10 women now don't even know who the father of their child is. So we're going to talk about that in another stream.
That's absolutely correct.
Dick Burns. Tim Pool just got raided by the cops. Also, Mr. Smelly, Mr. Dirty Smelly Socks into camera. Best suggestions for the state to move to. I left Facebook and now I'm free.
Tim Pool just got raided by the cops?
That's what swatting is, bro.
Wow.
They call in a false police report and they send the SWAT team to you. Swatting.
Wow. Okay.
I thought you knew that. I'm sorry.
No, I thought he got punched.
No, they didn't get swat. No, he didn't. That's not what happened.
All right.
Wow, man, you guys got memories better than Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man. The Big Omen, or the Big Omen, whatever you want to call it, over in the chat says, never forget, gents, that Elizabeth Berkley popped Blake's cherry. I don't even remember when I said that. And you guys remember this shit. Wow. Yeah, it's good times.
Swatting.
All right, it's time for Pop to go and empty his squirrel bladder. I will post links to the places where you can watch this on New Tech for the remainder of the stream because we're going to be talking about some forbidden EAU facts. Oh, you better tune in. Don't leave us. And make sure you smash that like button because I said so.
All right.
Go empty your squirrel bladder, Pop.
I will.
Do it. Where is my New Tech stuff? There it is. Boomer moment.